gonna find their first sword?
Ooh, that's a tough one. My guess is the mini Moldorm cave.
Ooh, that's quick. I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be over 20 minutes in.
Sailor Jade finding the gloves straight away in Sanctuary.
That's a nice find to start off, though.
Interestingly, though, I Have No Name did not pick that up.
Yeah, I was wondering. I'm like, did he just not? Okay. I mean, there's plenty of chances to get it. Oh, I see what he's doing. Or I thought I saw what he was doing. Yeah, okay, there he is. He's going for the Houlihan room.
Wow, that is very early.
Oh, early money to get bombs, I'm guessing.
Sailor Jade pulling a little money from the giving tree.
See that? Oh, arrows. Oh, we got some arrows, I guess, if you want those.
And let's see what's on the agate ledge. Ooh, the
Oh,
flippers.
no!
You've seen it, everyone. Aga confirmed.
Well, potentially. I guess it is possible that both Ice Palace and Swamp Palace would be not required.
You know, that is actually a very good point. I could be wrong. I Have No Name going to check the uncle.
Sailor Jade going into the forest.
Ooh, but only finding 10 arrows, opting to not get those.
Can't really say I blame him for that, though.
The uncle giving I Have No Name their weekly allowance.
Just a piece of heart in the Thieves' Cave is there. And 20 more rubies for I Have No Name. He's swimming in the cash right now. There we go. Now he's gonna get his power glove. So, Sailor Jade's looking to go into Kakariko Village, and honestly, without bombs or money, he's going to be a little limited in what he can get here, but he's still got a lot of chests to look through.
Sailor Jade can definitely check those bottom chests without the bomb. However, Sailor Jade needs to keep in mind that unless bombs are not found here, they will need to go back and reopen the wall. And they did not find any bombs here.
Yeah, so what do you think? Do you wait till you have bombs to go in there, or do you go in there hoping you'll find some?
You know, most of the time I usually wait to get bombs. Because I usually tend to forget things like that.
That's kind of my thought too. I'm horrible at remembering. Oh, right, I need to go back for those things. Oh,
Sailor Jade finding some bombs. Ooh, more bombs.
More bombs, more better. But unfortunately, so far, this well's looking a little dry. Yeah, 2 hearts, though.
Yeah, and a green rupee.
Some kid apparently just, tossed a little rupee down there, wishing for something or other, I guess. Oh, good call on Jay's part to go right back and grab that. Ooh, what are the win losses per player? I actually don't know. Someone asking in the chat.
Ooh. Oh, but Sailor Jade finding the mirror.
The mirror! Oh my goodness. Well, good thing he remembered to go back for that one.
I'm calling for Hammer and Magic Pearl to be next.
Probably pretty close. Yeah, that or the flute to take us up Death Mountain. We haven't had a map check yet, have we?
We have not.
And more bombs.
Finding more bombs. Let's see what beholds in the chicken house. Just a piece of heart.
Oh, that was his 4th one, though, giving him another heart container. He's at 6 now. It looks like Sailor Jade's going to give us a library check here real quickly. Or maybe, there we go.
Let's see, boots will be required this time.
Oh, just a whole ton of cash. So at this point, it looks like Sailor Jade's just going to do the race game not knowing what's there. I'm not sure that's a bad call, quite honestly. I'm always 50-50 on whether or not I go check or if I actually just do it.
I usually check first.
I always have this feeling if I haven't really found much else in Kakariko, I just do it, kind of thinking there's got to be something here, and I'm right about half the time. Unfortunately, Sailor Jade gets a red ruby, which she's actually going to grab. Do we have a bottle vendor check?
We do not have a bottle vendor check.
Oh, I have no name's got the money for it. I'll bet he goes right there.
Ooh, just an arrow upgrade.
So would you say capacity upgrades are slightly more important in open mode when you don't actually start with a sword?
Like for bombs and arrows?
Yeah.
I would say yes, they're important, but they're not a top priority.
Well, right. But they're obviously nice to find when you only have 10 bombs to start with, and
yes,
missing that sword, kind of a thing. Jay's gonna get his allowance for example.
I have no name opting to buy bombs.
Interesting. Maybe maybe he's planning to go to Moldorm Cave after this.
That is a possibility.
And Sailor Jade throwing the shrubbery at the soldiers right there, and he's going to go into Hyrule Castle. So I guess I've actually never tried this. Does one bomb kill the blue soldiers, or do you need like 2?
Ooh, I want to say it's 2, but don't quote me on that.
It is 2. Oh boy.
Sailor Jade attempting a route I have attempted multiple times, and a majority of the time does not turn out well. However, that's just me.
Unfortunately, the chest inside the dam has got only 20 rubies, so runners are still looking for, a real first item here. Or first weapon, I mean, not item.
20 more rubies.
And that's a very soggy red ruby right there.
However, Jade might be able to complete this with only bombs.
Not anymore, I'm afraid. Oh, and he walked into his own explosion. Unfortunate for Sailor Jade. We're getting in a check in Desert Cave already.
More arrows.
Seed is being stingy today. Now, looks like Jade's gonna go up towards Eastern Palace and Sahasharella. I never know how to pronounce that properly.
I believe it's Strahashala, but I call him Shalarshlarsh.
That's just as valid as anything else I've heard. Oh, we've got someone dropping into this. I have no name dropping into the sewers.
Ooh, and the Moon Pearl.
That Lunar Sphere and more bombs for everybody. That's awesome. And the
Ooh,
hammer!
the hammer!
Man, we've just had some awesome finds on both sides of the screen here. In fact, once if I have no name goes in that direction, he's gonna have Dark World access.
Complete Dark World access.
Looks like Sailor Jade's gonna make a play on Eastern Palace. Oh goodness.
My guess is hoping to find a sword there.
So before we get too far in the action, I want to give a shout out to our awesome tracker, Walking Eye. Doing an awesome job so far, man. Thanks so much. And of course, our great restreamer, Faye. Thank you so much for doing this.
Be sure to give them all a follow.
And especially follow our runners, guys. Without them, we wouldn't even have a tournament. All right, so what's the first or the second chest, I guess, gonna have? Is it gonna be an item? Nope, it's the... So far in Eastern Palace, we've had the map and the compass. Not really exciting, if you ask me. I have no name coming into Hyrule Castle with a real weapon, so... we'll actually get to see what's in the rest of this. Oh! Blue Cane! A little early for a spike cave check, but might be in our future. Sailor Jade is in a room I have yet to be able to figure out how everyone else does it so fast.
I believe there is an invisible line down one part of the room. And once you cross that line, that's when they spawn. Or I guess it depends on how you approach the line.
Yeah, something like that. But is Sailor Jade gonna go for the dark room on this? Looks like that's what he's going for. Speaking of dark rooms, looks like I have no name is also going for the dark room.
Now, it's one thing to do a dark room with a sword or a boomerang, but to do it without either, very interesting.
He's using the Kane's circle. That's awesome. I never thought of that.
Walking Eye confirming that when you're over the middle pot, throw the pot you have to the right.
That was Ether. So we have Ether inside the dark rooms, the sewers of Hyrule Castle, so we'll have to keep in mind if that actually comes into play or not.
We're gonna find Vanilla Big Key.
Who randomized this seed? Boo, Vanillas. Hey, we're finally gonna have that mini Moldorm cave check. And Big Chest has... oh.
Bomb up.
Unfortunately, Eastern Palace turned out to be kind of a bust, but... can't say I blame him. Unfortunately, since we couldn't hear his music, we actually don't know if that was a pendant dungeon or not. Oh no, apparently we've got it in the tracker. It was a crystal dungeon. I missed that.
Now, I don't know if you saw I Have No Name in the mini Moldorm cave. Tried to use Ether, but you actually can't use Ether unless you have a sword.
If I understand it correctly, at least in the swordless logic, they've allowed you to use it to open the Misery Mire and Turtle Rock, and that's it. But that's only if you're doing a swordless seed.
Yes.
Though, you know, the kind of Burma strats, or Brian strats, will work just fine. Oh, we're having an ice cave check. This is something I see a lot of runners not getting right away because it's kind of a far walk to check, and no one likes to walk this far, especially with these crabs that hurt you for way too much. Sailor Jade also going into Mini Moldorm Cave. Unfortunately, he doesn't have the hammer, so he's got to bomb them all, but so far doing pretty well with that. Ice Cave just has more bombs. I feel like we've seen a lot of explosives this seed so far.
We definitely have.
Interesting that I Have No Name is deciding to walk back. I wonder what his plan is. Oh, I know what his plan is. He's gonna fake flippers, isn't he?
I believe you need a sword to fake flipper?
Oh, do you? Oh, you might need
I could be wrong, though. Oh, I am very wrong. Thank you for the correction, Walking
And
Eye.
he got it. Very nice.
I do know, however, I Have No Name will not be able to do the walk on water glitch because no Moon Pearl is present.
Correct, but he can at least check Hobo and break that, and then he's got enough for Zora, so maybe he'll go up there and at least see what the big fish is selling. You know, Sailor Jade also fell. Oh, that's a Titan's mate.
That is very important.
And the
Ooh.
book on Hobo.
Hobo giving out the ability to read.
Now that's interesting.
Ooh, and Sailor Jade getting re-stuck in the water walk, or back in the fake flippers glitch, because the heart piece filled up their heart container.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That is an interesting side effect.
That is the only time I believe that it will happen.
Well, thankfully it looked easy enough to get right back into. Oh, I Have No Name. Ouch.
Ooh, an
That's the ice rod. That's another thing locked behind flippers. Well, at this point, I think we can safely say that the flippers are going to be required at this point.
Yes.
Which means Go 1 is going to be required. And all we really need...
About to pick up the hammer, too.
Yeah, as we said before, he's going to have full Dark World access at that point.
Now, I Have No Name opting to go to Desert Palace, which, by the logic, is locked behind the flippers. So any item that will be found there will be a sequence break.
Oh, that was blue mail on the ledge there.
Very useful.
So at the very least, he's going to get that, which, as you said, is just incredibly useful. So, Sailor Jade's going up towards Hyrule Castle. He's probably going to go try to check the rest of it that he missed on his first attempt. Without the cape, he really can't make a play on Aghanim, if I'm thinking correctly.
Yes, either cape or master sword.
Now, does the hammer reflect Aghanim's shots?
Yes.
Gotcha. But why would you want to use the hammer when, you know, you could use the weapon of legend being, you know, the bug net?
Some people just like to show off.
Ooh, full heart container on the lamp, which does mean that the rest of this should be unlockable. In fact, he could probably beat this dungeon then. No, he has no fire source, my bad. Gotta love opening the big chest only to find a small key.
Big chest, small key. That's how it goes.
Absolutely.
Now, will we find a fire rod or lamp back here?
It can't be because the lamp's high. So the flippers being behind AGA 1, AGA 1, you're gonna need
Oh,
to
you are
find
right.
the lamp.
Let me just find the compass.
So that means Lamolas has something behind him, doesn't he? Yeah, we've
Yes.
only found one item inside. Interesting. What's he going back in for? Oh, the mail, of course.
Blue mail.
So what is the sprite Sailor Jade is actually using? I don't know which one that is.
I believe it's what it's listed as on the randomizer website is, and again, I could be wrong because I'm not looking at it, but I believe it's called Dark Girl.
Oh, okay. And here we go, our first trek into the dark world.
Faya confirms that it is Ghost Girl. Oh, and Walking Eye says Dark Girl.
Well, now I'm just confused. Oh, Fadis said she didn't even. Okay. Uh-oh. We're checking Hype Cave! Or, as I've come to know it, the Cave of Eternal Disappointment.
Ooh, 300 rupees.
That's never really disappointing, except that you don't really need them at this point anymore. Well, there's a heart. And more rubies. And more rubies. And that's pretty much my typical Hype Cave anymore. And I Have No Name just got his lunar sphere, so he's going to have full access to the dark world now. Worth noting, we are 22 minutes in and still have not found a sword at this point. So chat, where do you think it's going to go? Now, at this point, I'm thinking sword might be in Village of Outcasts. Oh gosh, bang.
Ooh, Sailor Jade finding a bottle.
Bottles are always nice. We can at least now go see what Sick Kid is offering us today. All 4 swords in the rando room. That's just mean, bro.
Ooh.
So unfortunately, I Have No Name is going to learn what we've already discovered, that Eastern Palace, at least the fun of it, is a massive disappointment. Oh, and we're gonna go to Digging Game. This is great. Because we dig and we dig and we dig, and after anywhere between 1 to 30 digs, we find an item, and normally it's not really something you're looking for, except like that one time it is. He's pulling up a lot of rubies, though.
The red rupee in Dig Game.
Oh, it was the red ruby. Never fun when you do all that digging just to pull up another 20 rubies. Sailor Jade dumping back into the light world. My guess is he's going right to Sick Kid at the very least.
I'm gonna guess Sick Kid to Village of Outcasts.
Gotta be. And the Sick Kid giving away his own allowance today. Oh, Sailor Jade!
Be nice to Sick Kid.
He was giving you his allowance, bro. Oh, he never checked the bottle vendor, and he just found out how utterly disappointing that was. So have we seen runners actually try to get AGA 1 without the lantern yet, or is that just too much to really memorize?
I'm sure someone has attempted. Whether it was on stream or not, I don't know, and I have not seen someone attempt.
As Faye says in the chat, it just without any borders and at least two of those or at least one of those rooms, it just seems really like a stretch. But Sailor Jade is doing the one thing I think I do in every V26 seed, check Skull Woods. Because there always seems to be something in here. I don't know what it is, but ever since this logic came out, I feel like something's always in always in Skull Woods.
Oh, Sailor Jade's skipping that chest.
Chad actually presupposing that Sick Kid was just giving Link his protection money, which Sailor Jade immediately said, that's not enough. Hey, it's the lantern!
Ooh.
All we need now is a Master Sword or a cape, and we've got... Hey, the
Ooh,
Fire Rod! Man, Skull Woods putting out tonight. My goodness. Nice finds. Really, I think Sailor Jade could, if he wants to, can go right for the boss of this place, because that's all this Skullwood's gonna have to offer today.
Sailor Jade could.
You think he's going to? Yeah, I can't, without hearing the music, I don't know if this is a crystal or not. It looks like it is, because that's the direction he's going in. So we know where fire and ice are, as I Have No Name's actually seeing the ice rod.
And I believe we'll get a Zora check, too.
Thank you, Faye. Sailor Jade is definitely going over Chris. What is he? What is Sailor Jade doing? Oh, maybe he's going for the magic refill that's behind a bombable wall in this room. No, he's going for the chest.
Zora having a heart piece.
Maybe Sailor Jade miscounted or thought there were 3 items in here. And he's backed out, so it looks like he's not going to attempt the boss of Skull Woods quite yet, and that's understandable. You know, considering how badly coded that boss is, and you've only got 2 hearts left.
Sailor Jade could also be holding out for half magic.
That's also true. I Have No Name also going to go check Hype Cave, and he's going to find out just how unhype it is, unfortunately. Meanwhile, Sailor Jade is trying really hard not to die. Oh, there you go. Nice. Good. Nicely done. We're going to go get to see what's actually in the chess game right now. Oh, it was Sanctuary Heart. Nice. What a timely health refill that was. So I'm now just realizing just how much Skull Woods is trying to start forest fires, considering it had both fire sources in it.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea for Skull Woods.
Oh, he's gonna go buy a red potion. I'll bet he makes a play on Skull Woods right now. If he's going up in that direction. Oh, Sea House. Gotta check Sea House. There's been a lot of arrow upgrades in this place today.
Which can only mean one thing. Less arrow upgrades later.
Yes, exactly. Oh, never mind. He's making a play on the Thieves' Town. Which is also a crystal based on the music. Oh, Walking Eye is correct. I completely forgot about that. He can't do Skullwoods because he doesn't have a sword.
Oh.
And you have to slash open those curtains. It's something I completely take for granted because I always play standard. Looks like I Have No Name is also making his way towards the village of outcasts. Or he might be making the play on Skullwoods too.
Both are definitely an option.
And
Bombos.
oh, that's an interesting find. We now know where two of the medallions are. Which, of course, inevitably means Quake is going to be the one that both the runners are going to need. Yep, I Have No Name jumping into Skullwoods, and he's gonna find the most amazing fire items in the game, aka both of them. Actually, there's three of them, including Bombo, so...
Yes.
Not afraid to admit the first scene I ever did actually required me to go into Ice Pals with Bombos, and I didn't know that was possible, so... They still haven't done a map check either, so we don't actually know what the rest of the layout's going to be.
I don't believe so.
Which I really think at this point is both normal and perfectly fine, considering, you know, right now it really doesn't matter. You just start doing whatever. Hey, a sword!
First sword upgrade.
That's what I'm saying. You really are just kind of doing whatever you can do. And, you know, right now their options are slightly limited, but with that sword... I mean, that does mean they can make the play on Skullwoods now, but with getting both items out of there, they can really route that in just whenever they want to fit it in.
Now, do you think Sailor Jade will attempt to do blind with the fighter sword?
Well, thankfully, Blind doesn't care what sword you have. He takes 9 hits regardless, so I think it's entirely possible we're going to see that. Remember, he does have the red potion to deal with too, and he's got the blue cane if he's got any magic left by the time he gets there. So I think we'll see a play on it if he can make it there with without using his red bottle. But even then, he may be good enough to just do it anyway. So. I love the fact that Sailor Jade has found a sword, and yet the hammer is such a better weapon that is all he's using.
Well, hammer does deal tempered damage.
That is so great.
Ooh,
Oh, the boots. We're going faster now, everybody. Maybe. Or we're going first. There we go. There we go. Now we're going fast. Faye is right. We really need that map check, guys. Come on. I believe that means Blind is going to have an item with the map being in the big chest. Yep. No.
Blind might have the compass.
Yeah, the compass is missing too. I wonder if he just miscounted. Because I was not paying attention.
Actually, I think Blind will have the compass.
Oh, I'm blind with the pizza joke.
Sailor Jade doing an excellent job dodging those attacks.
Yeah, so far only getting hit one time. Oh, a nice timing with the cane. Look at that. That was beautiful. Well done, Sailor Jade. And there's that compass we were talking about. In case he gets lost on his way out of here, apparently. Now, have you ever had to do a blind fight without a sword?
I have attempted a blind fight once with only the red cane, and it did not turn out well.
Ooh, man, I can see that being a real not fun experience. I have no name picking up his copy of Bombos. He'll gives him 2 of the medallions, so... Again, I'm still calling that Quake is probably going to be required for one of the mandatory medallion dungeons if we need either of them.
Sailor Jade checking Bumper Cave, and only the crisp 300 rupees is there.
I think it's a good time to check it anyway, though, because even without the cape, you can at least see if you're looking for the cape or not.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and he can just, oh, he didn't, though.
He opts to not do the Bonk Cave. Oh, he's going to check the Graveyard Ledge and the King's Tomb. And let's see what's behind door number 1.
I hate this cave only because it's like every time I'm looking for something, it's the last place I check and it's always here. Oh, but this time just a piece of heart. So, what do we? I mean, without knowing where all the crystals are, we really aren't entirely certain what they actually need for Go mode.
No, we are not.
But we are still almost entirely positive they still will need to beat Aga 1 at some point, but we don't have the Master Sword, we don't have a cape to do so. Oh, but does the cane of the blue cane have the same effect or no?
Ooh, I want to say no.
I don't think so, because no one ever mentions it. I would assume, okay, blue cane doesn't work. We're getting confirmation from the chat. Oh, it's the red meringue! That's always an amazingly disappointing find. Because it's thin, it's red, and it's curved, but it's not the red cane. Well, I have no name going through Thieves Town, about to find his copy of the Fighter Sword.
And the boots.
Oh, right, and the boots, yes. Oh, he's got his sword already. That's right. The sword... I misplaced the 2 items in my head. Bonk Cave Hell. Just another piece of heart. Nothing is special there. And if I remember correctly, Desert Palace on the Bonk Lamp had a full heart container, so we really haven't had much in the way of good item unlocks with the boots yet, but oh, we gotta go on Death Mountain though. Fisher Price, my first sword. I started asking how we can tell who's ahead in this game, and really right now, I find it hard pressed to say either runner's really ahead at this moment. I have no name is going to get his first crystal here real soon, and they'll be tied at that.
Old man leaving a nice tip for the Uber ride.
I guess it's a nice tip. Kind of cheap if you ask me. Could have at least given him a red ruby.
Spectacle rock holding 10 arrows.
A plus 10 arrow upgrade, so our runners will be able to hold a whole bunch of arrows in their quivers, but not really do much with them because they don't even have the bow yet. Guessing Sailor Jade is now going to go make an attempt on Tower of Hera. I have no name. Unfortunately, outside of the blue mail, hasn't really been able to put the book that he found to too much good use yet. That's either going to come in real handy if he gets a Master Sword and checks the tablet and finds something real useful, or it's just going to be a really cool thing that he happened to find through sequence break. Okay, so the big question, is there going to be an item in Tower of Hera basement or not? Oh, but there's a hook shot!
That opens up pretty much all of Death Mountain.
Indeed. So now I always wonder this. So as we could tell from the music, Tower of Hera is a pendant dungeon. So the big question is, do you keep going? Tower of Hera, I think you do because it's a short check anyway. But do you keep going or do you take your hook shot and go check the rest of Death Mountain?
That's kind of dicey. I think it depends on what Moldorm drops.
Yeah, hookshot was item number 1.
The pedestal having a little piece of love.
Oh, we had a pedestal. Okay, there we go. Well, hey, putting the book to good use. At least now he won't be thinking, well, I might have to actually... There's a Master Sword! Whoops, I think Sailor Jade accidentally bonked the wrong direction. But no, he's just gonna head it out. Cafe is correct. Now he can leave. He doesn't know it, but there's actually no reason to beat any of the pendant dungeons outside of the green pendant, which I think we discovered was Desert Palace, if I can see the tracker correctly.
Yes.
So we've got a Master Sword, we've got Lamp, we have access to Aga 1. Oh, there's another sword!
Tempered Sword hiding away on Floating Island.
Which means that that's also behind the flippers. Since Titansmiths are behind the flippers, and that's the only way you can get that. Man, there's a lot of good stuff behind those flippers, isn't there?
If we shift over to I Have No Name, it appears that Mothula is going to be attempted.
Well, he's got the fire rod out. He doesn't have a bottle yet, though, so he's going in with 4 hearts. That's confidence.
And half a magic bar.
There's Quake, so we've got all 3 medallions on from Sailor Jade's side. Well, we've now seen all 3. Oh, no!
I Have No Name taking that unfortunate death. Please press F to pay respects.
Looks like he's gonna go make another attempt right at it, though. Meanwhile, Sailor Jade checking out the rest of Death. There's the bow! Hey, you can start putting those 50 arrows to good use now. I like how, despite the fact that he could just boomerang over that, he decides to pick a bomb out and throw it over there.
Well, each his own. And
That cave had it.
Not finding much.
That was a love cave. I Have No Name grinding up some extra magic bottles. Nice shot!
With the triple.
That was impressive.
Fortunately, won't have that much magic to use against Mothula.
Unfortunately not. Sailor Jade making a... No, he's making a play on Hyrule Castle. No name with a lot more life this time, but he's now out of magic. He's gonna have to do the rest of this with Fighter Sword. This is such a terrible program fight. I hate this fight.
Quite unfortunate.
No name taking a number of hits here. Oof. And the Fighter Sword having the least amount of range of all the weapons too, or all the swords too.
Sailor Jade going for the Aghanim fight.
There we go. I thought he was going to be doing that. Oh, I have no name taking another round. That's unfortunate. I wonder if he's going to try it again or if he's just going to head out and come back later. No, he's going in. I admire a guy who sticks to his plan. All right, well, this seems like a good time for me to run and grab some water real quick, so if you'll excuse me for just 1 second.
Sailor Jade making nice work of all those enemies with Fire Rod.
I'm back. Sorry about that. Throat getting really dry. All right, so the ultimate question. How many blue balls is Aghanim going to have for us today?
Ooh.
1 to 15. Chat, what do you guys think? Throw out some numbers. Let's see. What do you got today?
Well, I guess it's 3.
I'm going to go with like 8 if it's the seed that I normally play anyway.
I have no name missing 2 out of those 3 Fire Rod shots and is unfortunately out of magic now.
We have 2 15s in the chat. Guys! Come on! So the worst part about this fight I have no name is going through is that anytime... Oh, he got him! Nice! Anytime he flies over spikes, he's actually immune to damage at that point. Which, if I recall correctly, when this first started, he was also immune to Butter Sword damage because the spikes in Butter Sword have the same amount of damage. Well, there's 1 blue ball. Nicely done. That's 2. Nicely done by I have no name though. I would have given up long before that. I admire someone to stick it out like that. No, we're not getting the massive amount of blue balls from Aghanim today. I think this is his last chance. Oh, there's 3. Oh, four, the double. Yeah, that's no. Okay, I'm sorry. I missed kind of his hits.
Five.
Oh no.
6. That's really unfortunate.
There we go. Sailor Jade takes it down. Only 6 blue balls. In case you are wondering, our faithful viewers, that does mean that when I Have No Name fights him, he will also only get 6. The amount of blue balls is actually hard-coded into each seed, but it's random, so...
Pyramid having 5 rupees.
Hey, we actually had someone guess it in the chat properly. Ice Lord 45 guessing 6 and got it right. Nice.
Congratulations, Ice Lord 45. You have won absolutely nothing.
In fact, I'm going to go to the prize closet right now and grab a box of absolutely nothing right for you. P.S. You don't actually get the box either. Uh-oh. Sailor Jade is going up to my best friend in the whole wide world. It's Mr. Catfish! I love this guy. Mr. Catfish is so awesome. He just gives you items for free. Like, you throw something into his home and he just gives you something. It's amazing. This guy's a bro. And I say that only because he always seems to give me something really useful. Except all the times he doesn't. Like, right now, for instance.
Ooh, 5 extra bombs. Sailor Jade is, I believe, going to go collect the ice rod.
Did he pick up the flippers? No, he did not. Oh, he forgot about that part. Right, you don't just get the item in Lumberjack Cave because you beat Aghanim. You actually have to go get it. That's okay. Poor Sailor Jade, it's fine. Meanwhile, I Have No Name going back towards Desert Palace?
It appears so.
Oh yeah, he can beat it now. So, I guess he's gonna do that. Using that sequence break a little bit to, slightly jump ahead in crystals, I guess. Is an interesting thought of how long it's going to take Sailor Jade to go check Hobo. My guess is probably not too long after getting the flippers, though.
Oh, I Have No Name getting that big love.
I always think it's worth grabbing the full heart containers if you know that's what the item is, because, you know, it's just more life, and especially when you're doing everything with, right now, the fighter sword. Man, these seeds have just been so weird. I've seen seeds where people have had a butter sword after like 24 minutes, and then I watched a seed last night where there were 2 sword upgrades inside Ganon's tower, and they had to do the entire rest of the seed with fighter sword.
Oh. That does not sound fun.
No, but it was really fun to watch, though, because they were...
Oh, and we had a very brief
Oh, I missed it!
map check. I saw Ice Palace was 5.
We're gonna go get, Sailor Jade's gonna go get his Titan's mitts. Which will actually open up, Ice Palace for him right now if he wanted to.
And Misery Mire.
No, he doesn't have the flute.
Oh, you are correct.
Oh, he's going right for Ice Palace, I think. No, he's going... No, he's gonna go his Ice Run. Of course he is. Because no one wants to go to Ice Palace until they have to.
Now, during this seed, do you think we will see any double dips? Let me rephrase that. Any necessary double dips.
Right. I feel like they've been way more common ever since V26 came out, especially having to like double dip into Swamp. Although that's not even going to be a thing because we have everything we need to beat Swamp in one go. So I really don't think so. The only way. Oh, so our tracker actually did see the rest of the map check. Very nice. We've got crystals in both Misery Mire and Turtle Rock. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be any real required double dips at this point. Because, like, what are we missing for Go mode? At this point, we're really missing...
We're missing Flute.
Flute?
We're missing Cane.
And Kanan. That's it, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Because we know where Book is, even though Sailor Jade doesn't have it yet. Well, no, because even if Flute was inside Turtle Rock, he could still beat Turtle Rock. So I don't see how a required double dip at this point would be possible, unless no, not even then. Well, actually, unless like, okay, I got it. So Misery Mire has, say Swamp or Ice Palace has Flute. Misery Mire has Mushroom. Mushroom leads to Powder. Powder leads to Bat Cave and the Cane of Samaria.
That is definitely probable.
That would be evil, but such is this logic.
So I don't know if you saw, but I Have No Name actually has one red crystal.
Right, Swamp Palace, and Ice Palace being the other one, we might have something in Pyramid Fairy. Chat asking if there's been a pedestal check. There is. It's just, I think a piece of There's the Flute!
You know what that means. It's time for Swag Duck.
Indeed. Oh, of course, we got to go get the item on the island, which was something I remember thinking, oh, right, level 3 sword. We're going to have a temper sword here real soon. I Have No Name making his assault on Tower of Hera. If I remember correctly, he's going to find his Master Sword pretty soon.
Yes, in the big chest.
Which is going to take him to Aghanim more than likely almost immediately, I would think. Oh, right, the hookshot. He's going to spend his time finishing up Death Mountain. Now, I think he saw, when he did his fake flippers, I think he saw that Titansmith was on the island. I'm pretty sure he saw that.
I believe he did.
So here would be my question then. Knowing that Titansmith is on the island, when you find the Master Sword in here, would you leave Death Mountain, go get Titansmiths after beating Aghanim, come back here and do all of the rest of Eastern Death Mountain? Or do you still do Light World Death Mountain now and then come back here later?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I think I personally would choose whatever is least backtrackish.
Oh, and with the book, he's gonna go check the tablet now too.
Ooh, let's see what the tablet holds.
Oh, that was gonna be a really awesome sequence break. Looks like I Have No Name is actually gonna opt to go fight Aghanim right now, or at least he saved and quit. I'm assuming that's where he's gonna go.
Probably a good call.
Yeah, this looks like where he's going. Yeah, so he's probably doing the same thing I was thinking of, It's like, you know, Titansmith's down there. Why would you go do all of Light World Death Mountain and then have to come back there? So now Sailor Jade is... Where is he going? Oh, right, Swag Duck, of course. Everybody, please stand up and give your awesome salute to the one, the only, our best friend, the Swag Duck.
Be sure to get your Swag Ducks emotes ready.
And while we're going through these cutscenes, I just want to encourage everyone, once again, give our runners a follow. Without them, again, we wouldn't even have a tournament. It's so awesome that these guys are just letting us commentate their runs. So please, guys, give them a follow. They're just awesome. Looks like Sailor Jade is going to go make his assault on the Skullwoods here, get his second crystal. So even though I Have No Name is doing Aghanim 1 way after Sailor Jade has, he actually has more crystals and a little bit more done thanks to getting that book early.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got the green pen. Did he turn that in yet? I don't think he has.
I don't believe he is revisited Shalarsh.
Also want to give a shout out to our awesome tracker, Walking Eye. Dude, you've been amazing. Thank you so very much. I tried tracking last night and realized how amazingly difficult that is. Oh, we're getting a bomb post here. I have done this out of frustration multiple times. So, if Aghanim is sending Zelda to the Dark World right there, who's left over in Sanctuary?
I don't know.
Or maybe the question is, who did he actually send to the Dark World?
Very interesting question.
Oh wait, Walking Eye is pointing out that Zelda sprite is actually removed from Sanctuary. Really?
Oh yes, Zelda. Once Zelda gets sent to the Dark World, it is only the. I guess I'll call him a pastor. I don't really know what his official title is.
Yeah, priest, something like. I think that's about right. That's good. Guess I've never actually noticed because normally by then I've got the flute. I'm never going back there. Yes, as Walking Eye points out, the loyal priest. Nice fight, Sailor Jade's side. Getting the big key, but we know that's completely useless. So, knowing that Ice Palace is your second red crystal, do you go there next?
Oh, I would absolutely go there next.
And then, obviously, make the Pyramid Fairy check. What's he going back in for?
Possibly the chest right there.
I wonder what for, though. We already have both items on Skullwoods. Because it was Fire Rod and Lantern. I can speak. I think he's realizing it now. Sailor Jade is gonna flute away. And we're gonna get a Misery Mire check. Not that it matters what medallion it needs, because he's got all three. Interesting, though, he didn't decide to go to Ice Palace, although I can't say I blame him, because who really wants to do Ice Palace?
I personally don't mind Ice Palace.
I actually like Ice Palace too, but...
Oh, the
Oh, a
first
shield!
shield.
That is the first shield we've seen. Oh, and it was Ether. That was the medallion that was inside the sewers of Escape, so... I think Sailor Jade was the one that picked that on up in the dark. Or maybe it was I Have No Name. One of them did that.
20 rupees in Checkerboard Cave. A not, or something that is not worth their time.
I don't know who thought it was a good idea to just go throw all these silly little red rubies all over the place, but you know, it's not really appreciated. We're looking for real items. Oh, Sailor Jade actually taking the back way into Desert Palace, so book actually not required.
That is something that is taken into account for by the logic.
And yet still completely behind the flippers because he needed the flute, which was in Hookshot Cave, which was behind the Titan's Mitt, which was behind the flippers. So either way, both were behind the flippers, which... Oh, we're gonna get a Bombos tablet check. Let's see. It's
Mushroom.
a fetch quest item! I love fetch quests. I don't know about you.
Fetch quests are, you know, they sometimes get me excited, and then or I guess most of the time they get me excited, and then when I get the item, I'm either very disappointed or very pleased.
Right, exactly. It's kind of like the lottery. You buy that instant ticket, you imagine winning all this money, and then you get there, and it's like, you know, maybe $5 or anything else. So Sailor Jade making his assault on the Desert Palace. If I remember correctly, we've seen both items in here, and they weren't exactly impressive.
They were not.
Although full heart, as I've said before, full heart container's nothing to laugh at, but sure ain't anything to get like overly excited about when you already have 2 rows of heart containers.
They're opting to not get the blue mail.
Did he see it down there?
There's a possibility that they did not.
Soldier's giving I Have No Name a bit of a hard time. I think the chat is asking me if he can use the glitch where if you have the red cane and the mushroom, you can check the you know, get that powder use and check the bat cave.
I have seen that. I have no idea how that is done.
Yeah, I've never done that either. I think I've heard that so far it's been declared a minor glitch and allowable in the tournament, though.
It has been declared allowable. I want to say it was actually found out about recently.
Yeah. As most glitches are, I'm guessing found out completely by accident when someone just did it once.
I will say, though, the way it's set up, that's definitely not an accident.
That's a good point, though. Oh, and we're getting to Salt and Swamp Palace now. I do see the appeal of wanting to do Ice Palace at Go mode, but as I said, with that being a red crystal, which means you'll have 2 extra items to check, I could see myself doing it rather quickly. Plus, for some reason, Ice Palace seems to have a small cache of good items in it in every seed I run too anyway, so. And the mushroom has not been turned in yet. I have no name, just got his, and he hasn't gone over to give it to the witch yet.
My guess is I have no name is going to save that as a last resort.
More than likely. I wonder if he's going to go check Palace of Darkness now. I can't see him doing my... Oh, no, he's going to go up. Catfish, maybe? Oh, catfish and get Ice Rod from Zora. Makes sense. Good routing there, I think. Like, you gotta go back up here anyway, so you might as well go visit our good and dear friend. Oh, right, turn in the mushroom while you're at it, so... Oh, I love this trick. I think he did it in the opposite direction, though. So, normally you have to do a screen transition in order for the item to show up inside the potion hut there. However, for some odd reason, if you bounce into the dark world and come back to the light world like this, it shows up. Hey, free blues goo. And he's buying another bottle of it because, you know, 2 is better than 1. Seems like he hesitated for a second there, thinking, do I really want to visit Catfish? I mean, the guy never really has anything, but...
But at the same time, if he chooses to intentionally skip Catfish, that could set him back.
Indeed. I think I always check it just because I'm always wondering, is he going to have an item this time? Hey, the Bloomerang, the clearly superior Boomerang. And a massive piece of love, but I haven't really seen much in Swamp Palace that has made me thought, wow, I really think Swamp Palace is great today.
Yeah, I can't say that I have either.
I hate that little thing. I can never get around it without taking a hit. Unless I want to sit back and be all slow about it, but who wants to be slow? Alright, here we go. Sailor Jade is fishing all the popcorn shrimp off of the guy. I don't know what those things are actually called. I know they have a name. I don't actually know what it is. I have no name jumping into the dark world again. I wonder what his plan is currently. Looks like he may be going towards Swamp Palace as well. Sailor Jade making a nice fight of it, getting a compass for his trouble.
And I have no name is also going to do Swamp Palace. So they are shortly behind each other.
That they are, so... You've got 3 crystals on Sailor Jade's side, and 2 on I Have No Name. He's going for his 3rd here. He also has the green pendant, which I still believe he hasn't actually turned in yet, so...
I believe you are correct.
If that has an item, that is going to boost him massively ahead, I think, whenever he decides to go check it.
Yeah.
Chances are, not much, because... But again, at this point, we're really just looking for, I think, the Cane of Samaria, and... Which Sailor Jade has. Wait, when did he pick that up?
I believe in Swamp.
Oh, wow, okay, so I completely missed that. My bad. So, yeah, Swamp Palace was really, really important. In fact, I think that's go mode, yes?
Ooh. The only other item I could see I mean, again, it's not required to be in go mode, but the silvers.
Right, no, I think Sailor Jade is definitely in go mode. We're gonna see right here. Oh, he's getting this chest. And he's rewarded with the big key, which is interesting. Maybe Sailor Jade is looking for, yeah, as you said, either silver arrows or maybe he's looking for a mail upgrade and didn't realize it was right on the desert ledge. Or maybe he was just checking the easiest chest in Ice Palace to grab, so who knows. Ooh, missing the bomb trick, but that's alright. He
Does recover.
shows that Stealth Force what for. Stealth Force. Oh, it was in the big chest. Nice. Okay. Sailor Jade going for the bomb jump. This is the like the one thing I'm most proud that I learned how to do is this bomb jump. Nice. Good execution there by Sailor Jade. Unfortunately for I Have No Name, he doesn't have his bow yet, which means he's not going to be in go mode upon finishing this dungeon. Where was the bow at again?
Death Mountain, I believe?
I believe that's correct, and that's true. He hasn't been up there yet, so... Right, because the flute's up in Hookshot Cave. Okay, yeah, so Death Mountain is going to be his go mode location if he ever decides to go up there. Yeah, Sailor Jade's skipping the rest of it, so yeah, he's in go. I think at this point, Sailor Jade is actually pretty decently far ahead. He's got a tempered sword. He's got one crystal more than I Have No Name for the next few minutes here. Or a few seconds, I should say. Let's see how Sailor fares against Colt. Oh, nice corner pin. Oh, the ice drop screwed him up. Good fire rod strats, though. The only issue that Sailor Jade might run into is the fact that he still only has the green mail, but I'm unaware of how well he can fare in Ganon's Tower with it, so...
We will find out soon.
And I Have No Name picking up his lovely compass for his troubles here. So Sailor's got Eastern Palace, Misery Mire, and Turtle Rock to go through next. Obviously, Turtle Rock is the one you want to finish on, but where do you go next? Eastern Palace, or do you go into Misery Mire right now?
Ooh, are we including Pyramid Fairy?
No, he's in go mode, so I just assume he's gonna race through. He's going towards Eastern Palace, I see, but... See, if you're in go mode at this point, does it really matter? You just pick one and go?
Part of it does depend on personal preference between the runners. Sailor Jade really might want those arrows, not only for Ganon, but also for Vitreous.
Yeah, silver arrows are so nice for Vitreous. They seriously make that fight more of a joke than anything else. He's right. Green mail is still also just kind of, that's rough. I believe Ganon hugs do like 8 damage to you or something like that.
It's ridiculous.
He does have the blue cane though, although if he uses that in Ganon, that really lags the game up.
Yeah.
Yeah, half magic would be nice. There's a lot of nice items that he could find out there, but depending on how comfortable he is, he may just be running to the end of the game here. And he's only got 1 bottle too, which is going to make this real interesting. Well, I Have No Name has the blue mail, has 2 bottles, and I believe he's got blue goo in both of them because he stopped by the potion shop to pick that up, if I remember correctly.
Yes, you are correct.
Meanwhile, Sailor Jade giving a little kiss to the anti-fairies because, you know, they need some love too. Oh, there is Powder. Nice. So Powder's in Swamp. Did Sailor Jade not go that direction in the Swamp Palace?
I don't believe so. I believe once Sailor Jade completed Argus, Sailor Jade left.
Well, now I Have No Name's going to have a little bit more protection if he, with that powder, because, you know, he'll be able to get all the fairies he wants now.
Mm-hmm.
But he's just now going to go get his Titan Smiths. Interesting. I mean, I guess it makes sense because he's here now. Oh, Atmos having Armos having all of 10 arrows, so he gets a little bit of refund for the fight with the arrows, but that's about it.
What I'm still most excited to see, though, is the fan favorite, the single arrow.
Yeah, I know, we haven't seen that all game yet. Run can't even be found. We have to make it a thing where you can't finish the run until you find the arrow. But yes, guys, I will take this moment to once again suggest that you give these runners a follow. These guys are awesome. And again, without the runners, we just wouldn't have a tournament. So just the links are in the chat right there. Just give these guys a follow. These guys, again, thank you guys so much for even letting us commentate your runs. I Have No Name. You're gonna find the big key. That's, I think, the only item outside of Cold Stare we know is in here. And if I remember right, Cold Stare didn't have anything. I don't remember what he had. But unfortunately, I Have No Name's gonna full clear this place too, isn't he?
I want to say Cold Stare had the compass.
That's right, so I Have No Name suffering a little bit for not going up to Death Mountain right now.
Sailor Jade not taking the time to kill everyone in the room.
I can't be bothered with that when you can just blow everybody up. I can see that. Now, if this is the seed I was playing, Big Key would be in its complete vanilla location. Like, at this point, I'm starting to think I should just go check that place first every time I get in here. Hey, we got a shovel, though. I get the feeling we're never actually going to see what that's going to give us, but
I don't believe so.
oh wait, the compass was right there, so I can't remember what Cold Stare had at this point. Sailor Jade backtracking, looking for that big key from Misery Meyer. Is he gonna find it here? Yes!
Ooh.
That's a big key, and it looks like he's going right towards Victorious. After taking a laser shot in the face, but now there we go. I always hated this part of Misery Mire. It felt like busy work to me.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like a lot of Misery Mire is busy work.
Yeah, I don't think you're wrong on that one.
Misery Mire and Turtle Rock are my two least favorite dungeons.
Yeah, there's so much backtracking in those. Well, I mean, not... Misery Mire isn't backtracking so much as it's like you get the one little part over here, one little part over there, and... Oh my gosh! Okay, I didn't realize how much damage those eyeballs did.
And they do a lot.
You're gonna pull out his bottle of red goo.
Now, part of that huge damage output is because Sailor Jade only has the green mail.
Well, correct. At this point, the normal game expects you to have blue mail from Ice Palace. As I believe you're intended to do Ice Palace before this place.
I believe so.
I'm remembering my vanilla game properly, which I'll be honest, I haven't played in quite some time. Sailor Jade picking up his compass for his problems. So many compasses on bosses. Sailor Jade taking another opportunity to not pick up the blue man. He must just not know it's there.
That is definitely a possibility.
Buying a bottle of blue stuff, though, so he'll at least be able to heal himself up in one time. He didn't get the powder out of Swamp Palace either. This is going to be interesting to see if I Have No Name can catch up at all, or if Sailor Jade can still just breezes through the rest of the game.
I don't know. We'll see soon, though.
I love the speed glitch. It's the most satisfying glitch to pull off, I think.
It's very convenient.
Oh, he had a key. That's what he had. Now, I don't think we know what Turtle Rock required.
I don't believe we've done a Turtle Rock check.
So if it's Quake, that's actually going to be interesting, because I Have No Name doesn't have Quake, and I don't remember where it was.
Ooh, Quake was... I think Quake was in a dungeon.
That darn lizard giving Sailor Jade a whole bunch of problems there. Sailor Jade opening up Turtle Rock. We're gonna find out real quick here. Not that's gonna matter for him, but it might matter for I Have No Name. I Have No Name actually making his assault. It's Ether. Okay, so never mind. I Have No Name gonna make his. Oh, he went in the wrong cave though.
Uh-oh.
He's fine. Now, I don't know why. What I'd like to do here is actually like go into the dark world and create a warp portal like right in front of this place, so I can check these 7 chests, drop into the portal, go up Death Mountain that direction, go to Hookshot Cave, go back to Light World, check Spiral Cave, and then kind of do everything in one giant loop.
Seems like a very efficient way.
Of course, that requires having the mirror when you come up here, so. Well, and the pearl and all that good stuff. If I remember right, most of the good stuff on Death Mountain was either inside Hookshot Cave or it's pretty much all on the Dark World side, if I remember right.
I believe you are right.
Sailor Jade going into the 4 Torch Room and Turtle Rock. Not having the hookshot here just makes this room all the more frustrating. But thankfully Sailor Jade does have that, so not a problem. These things are gonna hurt without the without any kind of mail on him, so he's actually taking his time to properly dodge them.
Interestingly enough, Sailor Jade opts to not use the iframes on the hookshot though, to bypass the spike damage.
I am so bad at that. It's like I do it and then, you know, I get past it the one time and then it immediately comes back the other way and slams into my face. It's just like, I Have No Name going into Hookshot Cave. Chad is right. That is a decent amount of hearts for, you know, for a randomizer seed, so. And Sailor Jade, I feel like is going to need to utilize as many of those as possible. There's I Have No Name's flute. He's going to be happy to find that. And yeah, that is going to put him into go mode. I don't know if he knows that though or not, because he doesn't have the Quake medallion. And he doesn't actually know what Turtle Rock or Misery Mire needs yet. Although both of those are really quick checks, so. Spiral Cave, Walking Eye pointing out the Quake was in Spiral Cave, so if he grabs that, then he'll just be in go mode regardless.
Thank you very much for that, Walking Eye.
And he's not going to go into Spiral Cave. I mean, we know he doesn't need it. I don't know if... He says, Walking Eye says he knows that Turtle Rock requires, Ether. He doesn't know what Misery Mire requires. Obviously, he can check that real quick now, but... And we know that requires Ether as well, so... He's gonna discover he's in go mode pretty quickly here. Sailor Jade taking a decent amount of damage inside Turtle Rock, though.
Turtle Rock can be tough without the Riot Shield, or even the Fire Shield.
Case in point right there is he takes a fireball damage. Alright, so I Have No Name has Misery Mire, Eastern Palace, and Turtle Rock to go through. He's got the same 3 palaces Sailor Jade had when he got in go mode. Nice game knowledge there by I Have No Name, stopping by the potion seller to get a little taste of the red potion and heal himself. So Sailor Jade gonna need to do this room without taking a lot of damage. I like to pull out the hook shot for that. As a good friend of mine, DM Stewart, showed me the other day. Oh, but he's opted to just kind of run away from all of them.
Definitely a viable solution.
Oh, nice magic find there. Good game knowledge knowing that's there.
My guess is Sailor Jade is going to use cane strats to get through Laser Bridge.
He doesn't need to. All he's gonna do is run through this, and he can just take the key and go. Where's he going? Oh, he's gonna bomb open this door in case he dies to Trinex. Good strats. I have no name making his assault on the Misery Mire, so that question I asked earlier about which one would you do first has been answered both ways by our runners. I really hate those little Helmosaur guys. Yes, today we've learned that Ether kills Wizrobes. I actually didn't know that either until I Have No Name who did that. All right, Sailor Jade going into the Trinex fight with 5 hearts and basically a full magic meter. With only Tempered Sword, he's gonna have to hit each head twice with both rods. Opting to make sure that ice doesn't appear on the floor there, but he takes a hit. Oh, he's got the blue bottle though. Now he's fine with that, but that's his only blue bottle. Oh, and he's unable to stop the ice from forming anyway.
Oh, jeez.
And then Trinex hits him in the head with his own head. It headbutts him. Uh-oh. Oh, no, he's out of magic. He's gonna have to end himself here, and I don't know what he's gonna do about that next. I mean, there's a full magic refill right before you get in here, so he can try Trinex again, but he's not gonna have the blue goo refill this time. This is where only having green mail's really gonna come back to hurt him, I think. Because he had to blow his blue goo on healing himself rather than waiting till he was out of magic.
It appears that Sailor Jade is going to go...
There it is, the validation arrow! We got it, guys!
Oh, jeez.
Race is over!
Check all the little skulls to see what goodies are left in there.
Indeed. So actually, outside of the big key, I wonder what I Have No Name is actually looking for. Unless he didn't check that chest where the big key's at. Yeah, it looks like that's the case. He actually did not check the chest the big key's at. I've seen runners route this Misery Mire like this before. I've always wondered why we wait to check that chest last.
Now, I find it interesting. Sailor Jade alternates between the two rather than taking one head out at a time.
I'm pretty sure he really just wants to make sure that ice doesn't form on the floor, because that's really annoying to deal with. But yeah, that is interesting because you have the red head basically locked up. Oh, he's got it though. He's got it this time. Yeah, this is gonna be a Trinex kill right here for Sailor Jade. Most likely.
Now, I actually don't know if Sailor Jade knows this, but again, this is also my own opinion. I believe it is more efficient to attack the heads from behind because you have the wall to stop you from when you're swiping.
Right, I've tried that once. I failed miserably at it. I need to practice that more. But Sailor Jade has got his 7th crystal, and you all know what that means. We got people throwing numbers out already. All right, everybody. There are 22 chests inside Ganon's tower that the big key can be in. Which one do you think it's going to be? Games, what do you think?
Ooh, I'm going to say 16.
16. I'm going to go with Bob's chest.
We have Faye opting for the tile room.
Oh, Faye! That's mean. Why would you even suggest such a thing? Oh, Sailor Jade actually going back to grab himself a blue goo. I don't blame him. With only green mail, you're really gonna want that, but oh, I have no name accidentally shooting to the side for Vitreous there, but we got him. Only problem with doing this is that he's not going to be at full health when he gets to into Ganon's tower, but meanwhile, I have no names. Clearly going to head over to Eastern Palace right now, finish that off as quickly as he can, and hit up Turtle Rock.
Actually, going back to where the big key in Ganon's tower is, I take my guess of 16 back. I think it's going to be number 2, right side. Because I have seen Big Key being there more times than I have wanted it to be.
It does seem like it's there quite often, but I know I always tend to at least check those first 2 chests on the right side because, you know, obviously there's just 2 chests right there. You might as well check them. But now Sailor Jade opting to climb up Death Mountain in Dark World here. I always have that debate as to whether or not it's faster to do this way or if it's faster to go up in the light world and hit the portal on top of Turtle Rock.
Ooh, I don't know.
I think the difference is negligible regardless. Walking Eye pointing out that while the Light World Turtle Rock route is faster, Dark World doesn't have those dead rocks, and let's be honest, who wants to deal with those?
Oh, that is a good point.
So we do have a right side check here. Let's see. First chest. Small key. Big key. Nope, 2 small keys.
I'm wrong.
And Sailor Jade not going to continue on the right side. He's going to go on the left side. Are we going to see it on the bonk lamp?
Oh,
No, half magic!
magic.
Oh, that's a really nice find right there.
Definitely something to take the time and get.
Oh, 100%, because especially if you're doing Silverless Ganon. Yeah, rip Bob, unfortunately, but his chest will live on. And we will get there if we haven't found Big Key by then. I don't know, if you're Sailor Jade, do you sit around and try to find another, like, mail upgrade, or do you just go once you find Big Key?
Ooh.
Like, right there. I wasn't counting, but that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was his 6th chest, if I believe.
I believe you're correct.
Walking Eye, verifying number 6. So if you guessed number 6, congratulations. You've also won a big box of absolutely nothing. P.S. You also don't get the box. Sailor Jade making his ascent up Ganon's tower as ihavenoname is making his way to Turtle Rock. with the one major advantage of having blue mail and 2 bottles instead of 1. So we're going to see if that comes into play. Now, meanwhile, Sailor Jade having an interesting time with the mimics here. Oh, takes a shot to the face, but he's all right. Not having powder either. My guess is he's probably going to have to heal up at the ferries. Now, I know what I like to do is I actually just pull my sword out and just move to the side, and these things will continue like walking in the proper direction while you face forward. You can just shoot them at that point.
Yeah, Sailor Jade was holding onto the wall last room, but that's not as easy to do with those BMOs.
Right, that's where you can grab the statue and just move them to your own will. Chat mentioning that they think that Jade should risk opening the chests in the upper floors of Ganon's tower. I don't say I wouldn't disagree with that, because if you could find a mail, especially in the validation chest, as we call it, that would be great. But Sailor gonna go pick up a few fairies there and heal himself up all the way. And now we're in the gauntlet. This is going to be interesting with green mail.
Let's hope Sailor Jade has those pro dodging skills.
Oh, that was a very clean first room here, so. No, very clean second room so far. Oh, takes one there. But that's it, just one hit. Not bad. Not bad at all. Of course, now we're adding ice to things because I guess the developers were like, you know, it's not hard enough yet. Ice physics. Bouncing around on the spikes there.
Ooh, I have no name doing the invincible cane dash.
Oh, nice.
I don't think I've ever seen that done.
All right, so Sailor J going for Lemon 2, using the heck out of his half magic find. Oof, missing all his shots with fire. There we go. One more. There we go. Nicely done. Chat asking why can't each room in Ganon's tower have a boss, and all I say to that is ew. Although, yeah, I guess I would prefer that over the ice rooms. Yes, that fair enough.
Now, what do they put all the bosses on ice?
Well, we do have Armos on ice in the basement of the place. Oh, the spike blocking like everything with that. And now all the Wizrobes are out of sync. But still, there we go. Got them both. Nicely done, Sailor.
Moldworm on ice definitely does not sound fun.
No, that sounds more like the antithesis of fun. I have no name grabbing that key, so he doesn't have to do laser bridge. Sailor Jade grabbing the magic refill, so he'll be able to actually finish this run without any real problems. So I guess the big question is if he's going to check these chests up here or not. He's got 5 small keys, so he doesn't need to grab one from the mini Helmosaur.
A little level.
Silver arrows!
Silvers.
Oh no! I have a feeling I have no name is not going to check that if he gets up here. So
I have no name might actually go look in overworld spots.
Depending on if he's comfortable with silverless Ganon or not.
Oof. Sailor Jade having a tough time with those anti-fairies.
Yeah, taking a decent bunch of damage there. Troll, what is that? Trolldorm!
You know, I don't really know.
What was that?
Going again.
Just sitting over there in the corner like, yeah, I'm just helping over here. What's up, bros?
And here's another moment you've all been waiting for. Validation chest.
What's he gonna do? And oh, it's just the map. The useless burrito, the title deed to Ganon's Tower, whichever you want to call it. It's awful. No magic cape to just make this. Oh no.
She's with the bumper.
Can of Burn is not going to help that much here because, Brian. Oh, there we go. He got through it, though. He does have a blue potion, so let's not forget that. And with Tempered Sword, Ganon's not going to be too much of a problem so long as he doesn't hug the pig all that much.
I think Sailor Jade is going to save the blue potion for the torch section of the Ganon fight.
Oh, absolutely.
Meanwhile, I Have No Name, reaching Trinex, making quick work of the Firehead.
Yep. He's going to get some ice on the ground here, but it looks like he's going to... Okay, meanwhile... Oh, Sailor Jade trying to pull off some nice geometry tricks with... Nice. Alright, well, we've got Aga 2 down. Nicely done, Sailor. But he's got 4.5 hearts. Which is basically death if he touches Ganon even once. And those fire bats also do a nice chunk of damage with only green mail, so... I don't know if he's going to be able to hold out for only using the bottle in, on Phase 4 of Ganon. But thankfully, with the silver arrows, he's probably going to be able to, my guess is he's not going to have too much of trouble with this. Yeah, so it's 4 hearts for the bats, we think, which means, he can take 1 hit from that before he's gotta refill. Oh, or here he gets hit with the pitchfork. Gonna get hit on the rebound, too, if he's not careful enough. Switches to Brian. Oh, nice. Well, I Have No Name entering Ganon's Tower right now. Oh, the lag, though. That is painful.
To a solid 59 frames per second. Literally unplayable.
Absolutely. Ganon's in Phase 3 now, but we missed the first one. Okay, these fires only take 2 hearts. Man, I've definitely had it where I've gotten frozen by Ganon's Stomp, and that stupid bat hits me while I'm just standing there.
Ooh, that's rough.
All right, Sailor Jade entering the 4th phase of Ganon. I get the feeling that this is going to...
Oh, and the double.
Oh, nice double hit there by Sailor Jade. Oh, this is a great... Oh, he almost had it. If he would have been able to get that hit there, that would have been it. Again, a little too far right there, but we're going to get at least 1 more hit here. And that's going to do it right there. Ganon goes down for Sailor Jade.
Sailor Jade has finished with an official Speedruns Live time of 1:54:23. GG to Sailor Jade.
Congratulations, Sailor Jade, on a seed well played and a race well handled. As I Have No Name in Ganon's Tower now, gonna pick up the half magic there.
Let's see if we can pull Sailor Jade in for an interview.
Sailor Jade says he just needs a minute. That's all right. We've got a few minutes left as we're still on I Have No Name here. He's going to find his big key right there, and he's just going to take off and head up for Agaden. Okay, we're getting chats of Triforce in the chat here. Now, I wonder if I Have No Name is going to find the silver arrows or not. Oh my, I've actually not seen anyone try this before.
Ooh, barely missed.
And he took a lot of damage doing that. That strategy didn't really seem like it was faster than the way I've seen everyone else do it before, but I guess maybe if you had silvers it'd be faster. Ooh, I Have No Name taking a ton of damage right now. My guess is he's gonna have to make that pit stop to grab the fairy.
Oh.
Or
Okay.
oh, the invincibility run, nice.
Would have never thought to do that.
I've seen it before, but I never want to take the damage right before the gauntlet there if I can help it. Chat, once again, I just wanna throw it out there. Give these guys, give these runners a follow, please. These guys are great. Again, they've let us restream their match and commentate over it. Really, both are deserving of your follows, regardless of how the outcome of the race went.
They're both excellent runners.
So really, this seed didn't really have a ton of trolls in it, quite honestly.
It was a very nice seed. We're now joined by Sailor Jade. Sailor Jade, how are you feeling right now?
Shaking and redeemed after last night's fiasco.
Oh, well, congratulations on your victory on this race, sir.
Thank you.
So Games and I were just mentioning that this seed didn't really have a ton of trolls in it. How did you feel about it?
When I had that pause in Swamp Palace, I was double checking my notes to make sure that, wait, this is too early to have everything I need.
That's kind of what happened to us too. We were just going over the audience. We're like, wait, I think he's actually in go mode.
Now, when you went to Desert Palace, there was blue mail on the ledge. Did you opt to not get blue mail, or did you not see blue mail?
I didn't even think about it.
Fair enough.
I think I remember going into Swamp, and then it's like, okay, I'm not going to go after Moldorm, and it just didn't even strike me to run down to the ledge real quick.
Well, it got a little hairy there, but you were able to pull through just fine without it, so clearly it was just a time save, right?
Yeah, we're gonna go with that.
So, I forget, did you fake flippers for the boots earlier? Was that I Have No Name? One of you guys did that.
I did fake flipper to get up to Waterfall.
Pardon
Gotcha.
the interruption, but I Have No Name just picked up the silver arrows.
Right. I was just gonna ask that in a second, but yeah. So I Have No Name had actually done fake flippers and grabbed the book early. And he ended up doing Desert Palace a lot faster, and actually grabbed the green pendant. But as far as I remember, he's never actually turned in the green pendant.
Still don't believe he has.
So how good was it to pull silvers out of that? Oh, I have no name just fell down on troll. So how good did it feel the moment you pulled silvers out of that chest in Gannis Tower, though?
I was hoping for either silvers or a mail upgrade.
Now,
So
another
it was-
question. When you got to Troll Dorm 2 and you see him just kind of chilling in that corner, what were your initial thoughts?
Remembering back my first race that I tied, that I fell in Mordor 2, I was like, all right, I'm just going to be patient and not try to go after him.
That was kind of hilarious, to be honest. You're sitting there in the corner, bouncing back and forth, like, you gonna do anything, bro? Or no? Okay.
Yeah, and the thought crossed my mind from it is like, I wonder if he's bugged like that.
Yeah, that would be terrible.
Now, Sailor Jade, if you ran this seed again, how would you run it differently?
Definitely would have picked up blue mail, but beyond that, I'm not really sure what I could have done better, because it's like things I kept getting the needed items.
Again, pardon the interruption, but I have no name. Hitting the
Just-
single triple.
Yeah, just hit 3 on Aga 2. Very nice. Well done. So, Sailor, I'll point this out. I have no name found magic powder in Swamp Palace. I guess that would have been really nice to have at some point, but yeah, you were able to make it through with your green mail and only 1 bottle. So again, that's honestly, I think I would have been searching a lot more for upgrades on something. So well done, man. Seriously.
I would have liked to have had more upgrades, but I figured I was probably behind by the time I got into TR, and it's just that was actually the best I've ever done on green mail like that.
Nice. Well, hey, if there's ever a time to do your best with green mail, it's during a race, right?
Yep, definitely.
All right, we're watching I Have No Name get into Ganon's tower get into the Ganon fight right now as he's dodging pitchforks. So we're watching your Ganon fight, and that stupid pitchfork comes out of nowhere and hits you, bringing you down to 1/2 heart. That had to be hairy.
It was a little bit, but I figured once I got past the bat phase, if I had a sap magic, I would be fine the rest of the way, because once I get silvers, I'm pretty good on the rest of it, even with green mail.
Right, yeah. The silver arrows, again, probably really the best thing you could have hoped to find there, I think.
Now, going into Ganon's tower without both silvers and half magic, were you prepared to do Ganon without half magic and without silvers?
Yep, I had no choice at that point. Like, I'm just going for it.
Yeah, definitely. I think one of the most important things any racer or runner of a rando seed can learn, I think, is silverless Ganon, because so often you are almost forced into it.
Yeah, I've done silverless Ganon with tempered and butter sword through the weeklies. I've never done him master sword yet, so if I ever run into that, I'm probably hosed.
And I Have No Name here, getting 2 shots on Ganon. He's got 1 left, and there it is.
We will see what I Have No Name's official speedrun live time is. He is finished with an official time of 2:03:42.
Very nice. So under 10 minutes behind, not bad at all. Very well played on both runners' parts.
Let's see if we can pull I Have No Name in for an interview.
I think he said he didn't have a mic, but that was earlier. Saying in the SRL chat that did not play into the dungeons he'd like doing.
You're now joined by I Have No Name.
Oh, welcome, sir.
GG, no name.
Good race, man. Good playing.
You're
I
now
feel like my
joined by
first
I
half
Have
wasn't
No Name.
great, but the back half I played pretty well.
Absolutely. So as we were just saying earlier, this seed really didn't have a lot of trolling in it, quite honestly. It was pretty straightforward for the most part. What do you think about it?
I think it trolled me.
Well, okay, yes.
I don't know. I thought it was nice that I could finally not have to go into Palace of Darkness.
Right, yes. In fact, I think the only pendant dungeon that was really required was Tower of Hera, right?
Yeah, Hera with Hookshot and Master Sword.
Yeah, so hype Tower of Hera there. Pendant dungeon that was really required.
Yeah, I think it was around there that's where I started playing well. Of course, I completely spaced that I had full Death Mountain access from Mirror and Hammer because I think that's the first time I've ever had East Death Mountain access that way.
Right, yeah.
And no flute. I'm used to early flute, and that threw me off too.
Right. Well, yeah, I actually figured when you left Death Mountain at that point, you were gonna go do Aga 1, then grab the Titansmith off the island, then come right back to Death Mountain, just clear the rest of it.
I thought about it, but figured with flippers I could I could do swamp, then I could get the Titansmith, then I could do ice since it's all required, and that therein lay my issue.
Right. And once you did that, that made a lot of sense. And like, yeah, that's great routing too. Unfortunately, at that point, we already knew what was in Dark Side Death Mountain,
Right.
which was like, oh no, go back, you're gonna make it.
Yeah.
But no, good race, man. No, you seriously though, you guys both well done. Absolutely, good games, guys, all around.
Now, I have no name. You completed Desert Palace, but did not turn in the green pendant, correct?
Yeah, I was planning on doing that whenever I went over to Pod, and then I just never had to go over that way. But I knew Lenmolas had an item, and Green Pendant basically meant it had 2 items, so I figured I might as well.
That's a good point there. I think that's a good logic. Very well.
It didn't play out this time, but I got an extra
Unfortunately, no. But you know, you never. It's one of those things, just like in any randomizer. See, you're never gonna know which play is gonna make it or break it for you. So it made sense.
yeah. I was expecting either a dot done 10 minutes before that one or 10 minutes after mine, like anywhere in that range from the seed, depending on if Pod was entered or not. So I had no idea. I wasn't surprised to see the done when I saw it.
I was kind of feeling the same way, and I now that I think about it, I'm surprised we didn't have to go into pod.
Right.
So I have no name. You actually grabbed the book early. As it turns out, Sailor J never actually found the book, using the flute and the mirror to get into Desert Palace just to check it.
Book
But
was Dark Escape, right?
no, book was Hobo.
Yes, book was Hobo.
Okay. Yeah, I saw flippers on Lumberjack and was like, okay, flippers will come up at some point. Boots have to be somewhat early because of where Titan's Mitt was, which in turn meant flippers had to be somewhat early, which to me said, hey, the sequence breaks might pay off. They didn't.
Well, yeah, but when you found the book, we were both thinking, especially because at that point we didn't know if what Desert Palace was. We were like, oh, that's going to be real interesting. So we were expecting some major sequence breaks. Fortunately, didn't pay off this time, but I was rooting for it just because I was interested to see what would happen with that. Because at that point, then if you found something big in Desert Palace, you're still needing to get the flippers. That would have been a very interesting way to play around with the seed at that point.
Right. I figured as well that any information based on what was behind what would be nice to rule out places to check.
Good point. Very good point. All right, guys. Well, anything else you'd like to say about this seed before we head off?
Jade, did you go mode swamp and or ice?
Ice, yes.
I full cleared
Swamp,
both.
not totally. I didn't go into the left side because after going to the first part of swamp, I got the big key in the chest south, and then I went right up to the big chest, and that obviously had the cane.
Right.
I did open the rest of the chest on the way to uh, the Argus, but that was it.
Yeah, I went back for left side.
Yeah, so,
I
Sailor,
figured at that point I was behind and either needed that to be something or, like if it wasn't something, cool, but if it was something, I'm screwed. So I figured I
yeah,
was screwed either way.
aw. So, Sailor, when you went into Ice Palace, you did check the first chest in there. We were at first thinking, like, man, does he know he's in go mode yet or not? Or and then you just ran through the rest of the place, or like, oh, you must have just wanted to check the first chest.
It was muscle memory.
Yeah, I understand that too.
I'm so used to going down there. It's automatic. Sometimes I go on autopilot on some dungeons, which is why I'll do little weird, stupid things sometimes.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, yeah, and I always seem to find something in that stupid chest, especially when the Ice Palace is a tended dungeon. All right, well, Gabe's anything else you'd like to say tonight?
We do have more randomizers tonight. If anyone else is interested, there is a main match going on right now on Speed Gaming against Space Cowboy versus Lugaroo. So be sure to check that out.
Awesome. And again, guys, just give these runners a follow. These guys both deserve your love and affection. Thank you guys so much for running in this race, and thank you guys for letting us restream it and commentate it. We appreciate it. Like to give a shout out to Walking Eye, our awesome tracker, and Faye, our great restreamer. Again, thank you guys all so much for making all of this happen.
You guys are the best.
And I'm OPT Lawyer, and I believe we're signing off for the night. Yes?
I believe so.
All right, everybody, you all have a good night. Again, thanks for joining us, everybody. Have a good one.
All right, thanks
Have a
everyone.
good
Good game
evening.
again. No name.
Yeah, it's the first time I did Dark Escapes, and I can kind of do it.
That was well done.